Okay. So after the Kendrick thingy, I'm kind of also considering that maybe it's just like I didn't discuss this when my ideas were hot. And that might also be the same thing that I'm about to discuss now with the Grammys. But I also feel like it's almost to the benefit of the viewers because if I were to discuss this when I was really hot, whew, I had some very colorful words. Very colorful words when I first discussed the Grammys and this sort of thing. But hopefully now I can be more mindful, more polite, more welcoming in my assertions. Beyond. So everything I just said, scrap that because Beyonce won Album of the Year and you can cry about it. Beyonce, she could have farted 15 times, slowed it down, reverbed it, sped it up, night chord, all of that. And then put that on loop for the entire duration of the album, just split it by 3 minutes. And maybe be a pitch change for every fart. I don't give a damn. If that finally got her Album of the Year, then I think everybody should shut the fuck up. I think everybody should shut the fuck up. Like, I really, I don't think that, I don't, oh, I really, it wows me. Like, I actually don't even know my feelings. I'm so astounded by the response. It was, it still is. We coming up on 40 days and 40 nights of white people all around the world, of the Billie Eilish stands, talking about Beyonce is. Oh my god, I'm actually mad. I'm actually so mad. It pissed me off, that video where they're talking about Billie looks so sad. Billie looks so sad. Phineas, her blood brother, told y'all to shut the fuck up. Ooh, and y'all are still going. Y'all are still going. Like, I actually, at the video I saw of somebody taking the Cowboy Carter vinyl on the Target and hiding it all the way in the back, I'm deeply upset. And that, people, they're like, oh, it's rigged, Jay-Z bought it. That's not the discussion that I'm going to have today, but it is important in that why when black people suddenly win over your favorite white person, it's rigged, it's not real, they didn't actually deserve it, it wasn't based on actual merit of their work or what they did, it's all manufactured and whatever and whatever and whatever. Which, black people winning things is there's always going to be a political aspect to it because race has been used as a weapon for politics. I hope I'm saying that in a way that makes sense. But it's just the interpretation of it that is always wrong. Like, but I think she was the first black woman to win Best Country Album, and for country having strong roots in black music, yeah, that means a lot politically, but or in it's hard because they're not politically, but not politically, not heavily politically. I feel like I really hope you understand what I'm saying because I might twist myself up in this thought and might have to drop it, but I think that it means a lot politically because of the political history. That's what it is. Because of the political history. Beyonce winning Album of the Year, it can honestly, I'm not even thinking about no politics. I'm thinking about how to just know Beyonce. Actually, Oh my god. It no. No 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 no. It does. I'll see. That's the thing where like it's not fresh in my mind. It does have political history because the last black woman to win album of the year was Lauryn Hill in 1999. She's the first black woman this century. In the last 26 years to win, and she's only the fourth black woman to win album of the year ever. Keep in mind, I don't know how. Let me let me do my research. How the Clintons been around? Stop! Why are you listening to me? Hey! Oh. No, let me do this math. Only four black women in almost 90 years. Wait, no, that's not right. Wait, 60? Oh, sorry. In almost 60 years. I mean, it should be over 6 years. A little over, so almost 70. Four black women. Does that make sense to you? Does that make sense to you? This is the sort of thing where, like, I can never get behind the belief that white people always do something better, because there are so many people in the world, and white people really made it so that they were the only people who could really play the game. So how am I supposed to believe that you're the best, but you won't let this prodigy in it? I was born a skeptic of white people. Sorry. And so, and I want to be clear on what she's lost album the year for. Before this one, because I truly, and it just, okay. Where is it? It took 15 years. It took 15 years. And that's something that also gets me too, is that first off. Okay, wait. No, let me finish this. Because that's a different spiel. You have Sasha Fierce. Taylor Swift wins. I'm reading this off of this today.com article. Okay. Then you have Self-Titled. Who the hell is Beck? They saying Beck from Morning Phase 1. Sometimes the Grammys, they get silly and they do that, but I'm just moving on. I'm not going to say anything about the art itself, because I don't know what Morning Phases sounds like, and even if it's not my cup of tea, maybe I can listen to it and respect it as a body of work, but just in the context of everything that we're going through now, in this specific context, don't piss me off. Then Lemonade. And I could say, do I really need to discuss this? But based on the reaction, the things that are still lingering into this day, I guess I do. I guess I fucking do. Adele got up there and she said, this should not be mine. Adele herself said, this should not be mine. This should not be mine. I'm crying. Do you know what Lemonade did? If you, like, really, where were you living? Where were you living if you don't think Lemonade deserved Album of the Year? It won some other, like, Peabody Award that apparently is like really upper echelon music award. I don't know. That one, I stand in it, but if you want to distrust me on that, fair game, because I'm not going to look that up. But then you have Renaissance. And fucking Harry Styles won. Don't make me throw up. Don't make me throw up. Don't. Like, I'm so And finally, I am crying. Y'all make me so mad. Finally, Cowboy Carter has won. And I don't even mess with Beyonce like that right now. I don't. I don't. Because the statement that Jay-Z put out, apparently the case is cleared, but the statement that he put out was very fishy to me, and it was just odd. And there are things to be said about how Jay-Z groomed her, and like that is, this got lasting effects, and she's been in this relationship for so long, and there's only so much that can be done. There are like things to be said about her performing in Dubai. I don't mess with that at all. There are things to be said about, like you can also view Beyonce from the lens of, a black capitalist, and that as a whole. But I am never going to debate with anybody about her winning album of the fucking year, especially because you guys think that it should have went to Billie Eilish. Get the fuck out of my face. I'm pissed off. I truly am pissed off. And I am gonna be pissed off. And if you okay. let me get to Billie. Let me finally say, first off, the clip where you're like, Billie looks so sad. Did she tell you that? Did Billie Eilish personally call you and say, do you clip the video, send the tweet? Clip the video, make the tweet, send it out. Did she call you and say, I am so sad, I am so heartbroken, I did actually deserve it over Beyonce? No, because nobody in their right fucking mind would ever open their mouth to fucking say that ever in their freaking life about Beyonce. There's one. 2. Somebody was like, there was a tweet where it was like, Billie, welcome to the club, where it was like Lana Del Rey being sad about not winning album of the year for whatever, and Ariana Grande being sad about not winning album of the year. I don't know if Ariana Grande's won album of the year before. I think that the Grammys have definitely been doing her nasty ever since they did Mac Miller nasty, and she pointed out that they did Mac Miller and his family nasty, and that's just a whole mess on the Grammys' part, not Ari's. Lana Del Rey, I don't give a fuck about a racist. You cannot pay me enough dollars in the fucking world to give a fuck about Lana Del Rey. I will actually, and let me actually just say something about this girl, is that she fucks up all her songs. All the demo to Video Game, the demo to National American Anthem, the demo to Mountain Dew sound better than all the finals of the songs. Piss me off. And she's always, you cannot, there's not enough money in the world that could get me to care about Lana Del Rey. I have her name muted. Lana Del Rey is muted on Instagram. This one thing to mute on Twitter, I will mute 1,000 things on Twitter, but for me to mute you on Instagram, that is really get the fuck out of my face, because please don't. Like, I really can't. I can't. Because I just refuse to engage with Miss Question for the culture. She pisses me off so bad. And she's always dating these racists, and I just can't. But sorry, I went on a tangent. Sorry. But to continue on with that point, Billie, actually, this is my assumption. Let me be sure. Because do not show me no boo. I'm teetering. No, let me be mindful. I'm I'm really I'm really gonna get belligerent on y'all. Billie Eilish just won album of the year before, so I was right in my thinking. For you to put her next to these people, which maybe Lana and Ari have won album of the year before, I don't know. I don't know, but for you to act like she's going home to nothing. I mean, she didn't take anything that day. But she has Grammys at home. She has an album of the year Grammy at home with her freaking name on it that she won when she was 18. Like, don't piss me the fuck off. Don't piss me off. My stomach is rumbling. I'm hungry. I'm sorry. I need to. I'm gonna, after this one, I'll grab some food because I need to see through. I'm really like, I really need to get this out because it's been pissing me off since February fucking 2nd, or I think 3rd. I don't know. I don't care. I just I'm so sick of this conversation, and I really want to say it once and never again because I really, y'all have pissed me off to my wit's end. And so I just can't. Okay. That's 2 for Billie. Let's see. She has a Grammy at home. For 3. I feel like I said this a little bit earlier, but what made you think that was going to be what Billie was going to win? Because my perspective, if Billie was to go home with at least 1 Grammy, I would have thought best pop vocal performance for Birds of a Feather. But she didn't get it. Okay? And I'm not saying that it's that thing where it's like, oh, she didn't win anything else. What makes you think that she would win album of the year? Because even if she been there, I mean, like, it wasn't helpful in that, but like, it's just like it just the categories just don't work that way. Like, to be honest, like, it just doesn't make sense to try to frame it that way because that's not it. But like, I really don't know about you, but I just, who revealed it to you? And don't show me whatever sort of betting website that had people bet on Billie, and don't show me your predictions talking about I swear I'm a psychic. Don't. I want you to fundamentally tell me why you think that Hit Me Hard and Soft is better than Cowboy Carter. And some people who they're like, oh, I've never listened to it, but I just know. Speaking of Cowboy Carter. Okay. So now go listen to Cowboy Carter. And I'm going to be candid. I haven't listened to either of the albums. Because like I said earlier, don't really mess with Beyonce like that. And Billie Eilish. She was, oh my god, she actually pissed me off. She was in interviews talking about the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case, and like, guys, they're taking away the rights of our bodies. Like, who cares? Like, actually, no, let me find what she said verbatim. Because I'm not trying to get in. Let me not paraphrase. Let me find what she said verbatim. But keep in mind, she also made a similar. What is it? She also shared a similar notion in some song that she had released that I didn't listen to because I saw the lyric and I said, don't piss me off. Okay? And. Wait. It's just. I really hate that. Come on. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna pause because this Twitter is loading and it's just not like. Or actually, I can discuss. I mean, I won't touch on that topic, but yeah, I didn't listen to Him Yard and Soft because I don't mess with Billie like that. Okay, now I'm actually gonna pause because it's too long. Okay, this is a Variety article. Billie Eilish slams internet for caring about Depp Heard trial over abortion rights. Who gives a fuck? Now, with that headline alone, let me just say, so there's this thing where two things can be important at once, and you can care about two things at the same time. They can even interlock when you think about it deep enough. You can put them together and find a connection. And let me find her specific words. She says, I was in this state of depression, losing my own rights to my own body, and then I go on the internet and it would be people giving their take on this trial. Who fucking gives a fuck? Women are losing rights for their bodies, so why are we talking about celebrities' divorce trials? Who gives a shit? Let them figure it out on their own. The internet bothers the shit out of me sometimes. So, at this, it just... Well, let me start by saying, some people could be like, Billie was young. She was younger. She didn't really... Sorry, I just plugged it in. Maybe she's changed. But also, I was younger than Billie Eilish, and I still knew. And I still knew. You can't... There's this real love for giving white people the easy way out and saying they just didn't know. They, whatever. Which there's commentary to be had on how, white people are never inclined to know. They're just made to benefit. And, if you're on the up, you're not really thinking about who's down, And you could say, maybe I'm bitter. Sorry. But I just feel like, okay, let me say what I'm about to say, and then let me put it in the context. For somebody who's on the down, I never really get the opportunity to just not know better. I'm actually forced to know. If I could not know, maybe I would like that. Some black people, they live in that bliss like that, but no, I'm always going to be forced to know, always and forever. And if you don't know, you're going to make sure I know whether you think that you're doing that or not. That was kind of a word jumble, but basically the point is that white people can not recognize their biases, but their biases still exist. You can still inflict bias upon me. So why is it that you can inflict all this pain and you can just never know, but I have to feel it and I should just forgive you because you just didn't know? I don't know. I find it to be tired. And like I said, I do understand a lot. Like, you're never, the way that the world is manufactured, you're not really supposed to care. You're not really supposed to think about who you're hurting. But you do hurt people, and it does matter. And so sorry that I'm personally not inclined to give you benefit of the doubt. Sorry, that's my position on it. That's my take on it. Okay? And even then, I don't know, just thinking back to that Heard case, because Amber Heard is a white woman, and they were so nasty to her because misogyny is going to win. She was, okay, I'm not collecting my thoughts right now, but it was much easier for many people to side with a man than to side with a woman, regardless of her race. And I bring up that she's a white woman because if it was a woman of color, it's quite, because of the intersectionality of it all, it is much less likely for them to be supported, especially in a case against a white man. And there is also still intersectionality that Amber Heard is a bisexual woman, and I'm pretty sure you can fact check me on this, that statistically bisexual women experience higher rates of domestic violence in relationships with men. I believe maybe not men, but in relationships. Um, and that's also why I don't fuck with Brad Pitt. Sorry to bring that up, but well, not sorry to bring that up, but I guess because it's off the topic, but whatever. Um, and I just, I think that Amber Heard can really is can almost be a concept of why white feminism is maybe not as strong as it seems to be. I don't know. I'm not a white feminist. I'm not a white girl. I'm not that kind of feminist. So somebody else is gonna have to escape that cult and then understand it in a different context and say it all better for me. I mean, when Women's History Month comes up, I will be dedicating my time to theories, but yeah, it was just rough. And for Billie to minimize it, and it's just a divorce trial. Who gives a fuck? Who cares? You know, abortion rights. That's, you know, Roe v. Wade being overturned was important. People, you know, should still be speaking up about what an injustice that was, but also a I'm actually like a woman being publicly chastised, and literally Johnny Depp said in his words he wanted to put her through global humiliation, being put under that at the hands of her abuser, and Johnny Depp perpetuating his abuse through the legal system, which is crazy, but that's, you know, the legal system just provides opportunities for things like that. So perpetuating that abuse through the legal system, through social media, through press, and contorting this woman's story and her experience, and literally doing as much as he can to make her life a living hell. I just feel like that's not something we should be saying who gives a fuck about. I don't think that's something we should be saying who gives a fuck about. Sue me. Lock me up. I just don't think that's something we should be saying who gives a fuck about. I digress. Yeah, so that's why I don't really mess with Billie. And the song that it was referencing is called TV. So I'm from the perspective, I haven't listened to either album, and I've heard the big songs. I heard 16 Carriages. I've heard Ya Ya. I've heard the Levi Jeans. Not the whole song, but the clip which is Levi Jeans. And no, maybe it's in like the Levi ad. I've heard Texas Hold'em. I heard a little bit of the Bodyguard song. I know because like I was discussing a little bit about how like the imagery of like I'm a real wife in Jolene, so I know like the contents. Because I can't remember if I had just seen the lyrics or if I had heard the lyrics, so I'm just gonna say I know the contents. For Hit Me Hard and Soft, I know Birds of a Feather. I know Lunch. Let me check this track. Let me check this track list. Hold on. I think I'm sorry. So I've really only heard those two songs. I think that I know of Wildflower and L'amour de ma vie. I love my life. That's okay. I started laughing because in between those two songs is The Greatest. I don't know the content of that song, so maybe it has an entirely different meaning, but just the term the greatest. And it did not win album of the year. See how, like, y'all dug yourself in all, because for me, I could have, because, like I'm saying, like, I can respect that Billie, like, if I were to think that she would win something, it'd be Best Pop Vocal Performance for Birds of a Feather. But now I'm laughing at her because you guys just got such, like, it's so freaking, it was too much. Like, and I have to confront this because, you know, I am, because, you know, sociology. That's the social life. That's the things that are around you. And so you, I, I interpret things that are around me and the way that my brain understands things. And I do have to be candid because I have been very, like, harsh. I'm very aggressive about it. But you know what? That is my true feeling. So I'm actually not even going to lie. I was at rehearsal and, somebody had said that they had said, like, I saw this opinion in front of me live. I never thought that, I thought that, like, it is so crazy. It is, like, I cannot even contextualize that this is real. I can't, because it was one thing to see the tweets. Okay, whatever. Then I saw the TikTok of somebody doing it in the Target. Now it's crossing over. Now it's a different threshold, but it's still online. Then I saw it in front of my face, and I can't deny it anymore. And I understand, like, I was really heated. I'm still heated. I'm gonna be forever heated. If the people can't get it together, I'm really gonna be forever heated. But, like, because and even in that moment, I was mad. I was mad. I was so mad. Like, because of all of this, because, like, I really cannot, I cannot expect, okay, not I can't expect, I can't even understand. I think, to me, it sort of reads like as a sort of white entitlement, maybe. I don't know. That one, that's up in the air. Don't grab it. That's up in the air. That's floating. I think that might be what it is. No, yeah. Let's bring it down, because I have a point here to make about how thinking about black people as pure entertainment, as pure consumption. Everybody, you are a dead liar. You are a full entire liar if you think that Beyonce, because there's also some people, like, they just, I guess, I don't know, I think that is part of the whole TikTok sound and everything, like, Beyonce, her song can be a trend, but people won't know, like, it's Beyonce or whatever, because it's not, like, and so maybe some don't, now it's doing a thing. Sometimes, hold on, I'm gonna pause and really hope that this saves, because don't even think, hallelujah, it's saved. Sometimes it'll get glitchy. I don't know if it's gonna glitch when I get it in post. Now I have to freaking chop and screw it, but yeah, it'll get glitchy and then it just won't save. And so I was, like, really wrong. Okay, but yeah, you have to be like, if you expect me to believe that. Oh wait, I was making the point about how, like, people, like, are a little detached or whatever, and TikTok and whatever, but, like, it's even crazy to me alone that people can just not really have Beyonce as a full person in their head and all her impact, because times are changing like that. But all right, keep in mind, even if you're my age mate, baby, I knew how big Beyonce was, and I don't know. But let's go over her hits just off the top of my head. Single Ladies, Love on Top, 7-Eleven, Formation. It's not Reformation. I'm pretty sure it's just Formation. Hold Up. Grown Woman. Crazy in Love, Drunk in Love. Irreplaceable, If I Were a Boy. because I'm trying to think of the title for the one that, if you want it, funny, girl, I know. I'm trying to think of the title for that. That one. I don't know why I can't remember the title. That's just 10 alone. I mean, here, let me just stay with those 10. I don't want to spend forever. I'll be here for a minute. Oh my god, there's also Brown Skin Girl. Her recent ones. Brown Skin Girl, you can't, I feel like, let me think about what was big for me. Break My Soul, that was quite big. America, okay. I'm trying to think about like what is like really mainstream big that y'all cannot deny me of. So we'll just add those two. Now we're at 12. And let's say that you even really think that Hit Me Hard and Soft was meant to be an album of the year, right? Knowing Beyonce's legacy, you're gonna tell me that you really don't think that she deserves album of the year? Like, that's something for me too, is that you're not shocked when you find out that this is her first album of the year. You're not so shocked that this is her first album of the year that you say, forget everything, take the Grammy home. And so, and going in the, consumption of black people for entertainment, right? You're gonna listen to all these Beyonce songs. You're gonna use her for your TikTok trends. You're gonna walk out a Brown Skin Girl. You're gonna do this, and you're going to consume Beyonce the way that everybody has for years. And when she gets an accolade, you just can't even find like the gratitude for all that she's giving you as a musician to be like, to be like I was saying earlier, like to say that she does deserve album of the year because Billie Eilish didn't win it. Because Billie Eilish didn't win album of the year, now Beyonce is like evil and she doesn't deserve it. Actually, it's weird. And I just think Beyonce winning album of the year has far more impact because everybody, I believe, who worked on that album is now a Grammy Award winning artist. And this I'm about to say a rudimentary joke, and it's not rooted in fact. This is just based on my assumption because it's usually Billie and Phineas, they do the work. So is there's wait, stick a pin in that, because I'm about to say something that should have come before to highlight it all. There was also some critiques that Beyonce had like 25, 37, however many people write her album, and that they were putting it up to the other ones, and they're like, who do you think should have won album of the year? And it was like 2, 4, 5, whatever, like, and it makes me mad because first of all, who gives a hoot or a holler, and second of all, Cowboy Carter, like I was saying, it means much more for Cowboy Carter to win album of the year because, like I said, everybody who worked on the album is now Grammy Award winning artist, rather than, this is the rudimentary joke, than Billie and Phineas having another Grammy. Like now there's like, now there's a whole community of like Ryan Beatty. I was thinking about him that day actually at the Grammys, because I was thinking about Brockhampton, I was thinking about Sugar, and he was on that. like he's now Grammy Award winning because he worked on Cowboy Carter and that won the Grammy. That album won the Grammy. Like, they're Beyonce having 25 writers makes sense when you understand the context of it and how it's to uplift other artists. Like are you do you follow? Are you following? I feel like I don't know, is there some sort of giant disconnect between the Billie Eilish community and the rest of the world, or at least the rest of my world? Because, it is different. It's different. Like, this whole discussion really hurts my head and it gets me so mad, and I can't, like... And if anybody from that rehearsal who really agreed with that opinion is seeing this, like please do not get scared. Like, right now I'm talking to my computer and to those who share that opinion as a whole, and so it's not directed to you, it's directed to the group of people that you just happen to be in. And so if you want to talk to me and be like, but really, I really think that, like, fundamentally, if you really think that, it makes me mad fundamentally, but I can also explain to you why fundamentally that makes me mad. I'm really twitching about this. Like, I just... Like... And if you're scared of me now for whatever reason, and I say this not because I assume that somebody's a bad person, but, I was angry, I got angry, and, the whole angry black woman and whatever, and black people are... It's just the inherent biases. Think about me if I was a white woman with blonde hair and this was like in a female rage TikTok. I have a point to make about that later. You spoiling it. But yeah, think about me like I was like that. Would you care then? If Taylor Swift... Let me say it! If Taylor Swift won her whole career... now I'm actually going to make myself even more mad. If Taylor Swift won her whole career, never won Album of the Year, and she won it this year for that lame-ass freaking album... She won it this year for the lamest album over Billie Eilish. Would y'all be fighting? Would y'all be hiding her vinyls in Target the way that y'all have done to Beyonce? Really? Like, you would not. That's like... I'm just so disappointed in this mentality. I am. Like, y'all would not... If Taylor Swift had never gotten an Album of the Year her whole career. Ever. I don't know what she's won for, but if actually, let me be clear in the nominations, because I don't even know if she was, like, in the loop when Fearless came around. Or if the people were in the loop when Fearless came around. Taylor Swift. Because I want to be clear. Oh, it's okay. So oh my God, you're killing me. If she never won for Fearless, if she never won for 1989, oh, she's been nominated. Oh, she didn't win Red. That's interesting. Didn't win Red. Didn't win Folklore. Didn't win Evermore. And I'm stopping at 5 because I do not subscribe to Midnight. And also, I'm pretty sure Beyonce, I listed only 5 nominations. Sasha Fierce, Self-Titled, Lemonade. Oh, wait, it's 5 total. So, I don't know. We can take off Folklore, I guess. I don't really care for her new stuff. If Taylor Swift never won any of her album nominations, this year she finally got it. She finally won. And Billie Eilish lost. I really want you to sit with yourself. I really, really, really want you to sit with yourself and ask what your reaction would be. And do not bullshit me. Because it really is not the same. It makes me so mad. And again, it's that thing. Like, there would not even be a conversation of how many writers were on each album if Taylor Swift had won. There wouldn't. And if Taylor Swift had 10, 15 writers, and it was for even a similar reason, I mean, it would hold less weight than Beyonce's. But if it was for uplifting a cute little new artist, she had Gracie Abrams or whatever. I don't like Gracie Abrams uplifting. Ugh! Don't get me started. And then you would all be up there saying, well, she's uplifting smaller artists and whatever. Like, I feel bad because now I'm going to title this, if Taylor Swift won the Grammys, if Taylor Swift won Album of the Year, would you be or whatever. Actually, well, is that, let me sit with myself. But the thing about it is that I really want you to think about that whole way through, because I only thought about it now, but that is such an important, like, I really want you to ask yourself that. Would you, and think about it from my context, if I was the biggest Swiftie in the world, if Billie Eilish was acting this way, if I was this mad about a white woman, and I felt like y'all were doing all these rude things to her, if this was the same scenario, but it's Taylor Swift, which, I mean, it wouldn't even be, but whatever, if it was, and y'all are high, and it'd be the same thing. Billie Eilish has a Grammy at home. She's already won Album of the Year. She's the youngest person to win Album of the Year. Like, and if I was this mad about it, would you see my anger as justified? And that's me under the assumption that somebody might see this and be like, she's doing too much. Would it be too much if it was Taylor Swift? And I don't want you to just stop the thought at this, because if you get to the answer that you should be getting to, if you're recognizing your biases, you gotta start applying that everywhere else, because it is genuinely messed up. All this, like, it's so infuriating from my perspective, and it should be infuriating or it should grow to be infuriating from yours. I don't know. It's just, like, this is a subject that really gets me extremely upset. I really can't, like. So yeah, like, really actually think about that, because it is so hard to find the words on how upset this makes me. Like, I don't even want to, like, I'm so hesitant to even stop, because I really want to, like, drill it into you that, like, this, it is so, Beyonce winning Album of the Year did not constitute any of this. The reaction is so imbalanced, and it is so motivated and charged in a way where even if you cannot recognize it, it does exist. I genuinely want you to tell me why you think that Billie Eilish really truly deserved that. Why? Because even though I haven't listened to either album, I still know more of the songs from Beyonce's album. Like, I feel like that has to also add to the factor. Like, I just, and you know what? If you want to throw away my belief, right, that Billie didn't deserve it because I didn't listen to her album, I haven't listened to Cowboy Carter, fine, but you cannot ignore the fundamentals of it all and how I have broken down Beyonce's career. I've broken down what their accolades, and how the response is racially charged. I'm not even. I don't even know why I was trying to sugarcoat it. There's a racial undertone to all of it. There is, and that's why I think that's part of why I'm so upset about it. Like, I really like. Yes. So, and it is not my job to make anybody sit with that. Well, no, that's not. I did not think that sentence to scratch that. Like, it was not like the worst sentence I've ever said, but it is not the sentence that reflected what like my brain and heart was feeling. So I think what it is that. What did I say? It's not my job to make anybody sit with that. No, I did not. That is not what I meant. I think that it's. I think that what I'm feeling is that with everything that has been done, it's and how like I really just I can't even fathom it. And how it feels so blatant to me. And you know, like especially after this, and I've tried my best to describe it, and I hope that I've done a good enough job. It's that I don't feel like there's any more that I could say. I think is what it is, you know. I think, at least right now, I think that I said my best for right now. And again, like, I will really, like, if it really is still not deeping with you, I can personalize it and break it down on a level that you can get. But it makes me upset that I have to do that because I really feel like this shouldn't even be a conversation. I really woke up the next morning and I thought it was done, and it is still, like, it's crazy. I don't get it. I just don't understand. And it's making me upset. And so I am angry, and I am pissed off, and I am belligerent. And that's an appropriate response to the inappropriate response to the inappropriate response that I've witnessed. Sorry, I was looking at my notes to come up with the next thingy, and right below Beyonce got the Grammy cry, Angel Reese forced to share win, which they do connect on how Angel Reese LSU, like, they had won the college women's basketball thingy, and then when they were invited to the White House, guess who also had to tag along? Iowa. Why the fuck was Iowa there? They fucking lost. If Iowa had won, do you think that the White House was really gonna invite Angel Reese and all of LSU to come be congratulated too? And so I guess that's just part of it where it's like, and oh my god, because also I just shared this TikTok today where this dude was talking about, you know, like, it's still in basketball, but how USC won, their season was undefeated, 38-0, never lost a single game. I think their coach is a black woman, first a D1 black woman coach to win 3 somethings. Sorry, I'm a fake lesbian. I really do not know my collegiate basketball. I'm sorry. But it's a predominantly black team from a predominantly black city, and when there's coverage about how Iowa lost to them, they posting pictures of all the white girls. CNN, what's up with that? And so it's like, when we should be highlighting these black women who are winning and making strides and breaking records, you know, smashing that glass ceiling. Now the conversation is geared towards white people, white women. That's why you gotta be intersectional in your feminism. Don't piss me off. You gotta be intersectional in your feminism because we both girls, but you gotta be a girls for everybody, every race, and you gotta acknowledge that it's wrong for them to highlight white women in that conversation over the black women. It's absolutely wrong. And so Beyonce won her first Grammy, and even like all of this, I'm spending my time talking about how Billie Eilish didn't get it. USC wins undefeated season. We're talking about how Caitlin Clark lost her last senior game. LSU beats Iowa. Iowa is still invited to the White House. It's everywhere, and it's dead wrong. And that's where I'll leave it.